Welcome back to Raised by Wolves. I see we're getting a cold open this time. Keep tricking me on how this show works. Like I said, there's no way he's gonna forgive Paul for this one.
How could you do this? She saved your life!
At least not for a while. Ooh. My boy Campion's not having this. I think good old Mary Sue realizes, you know, the extent of a mother's love, how much a child will do for their parent and everything, so she's probably feeling pretty shitty about all this. What the fuck? Since when has that been there? Did I forget something? All strung up and nowhere to go. How are they getting out of this situation? One of my favorite intros ever. Let's go. Like, I'm personally one of those people that always watches the intros of like every show I watch, but this is a highlight. This is one of the better ones I've ever seen. They better bring Father back. I'm gonna be so pissed if he's actually just dead and gone now.
There's my little soldier.
I'm still very much not over the fact that he sent his child in to do this. Oh, okay, so he's still got some life in him.
Better than the assholes that sent you to the front when you were 12 years old.
I knew he was gonna be okay.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, no, you didn't. I completely agree with her.
Well,
He's no better than them.
Services,
What is it?
nothing.
Dude, is he gonna kill his wife? Because
I'm not destroying her.
You spent your
that
whole
would be
life
crazy.
watching those things.
Bro, I don't care.
You mean the children that you stole?
They belong with me.
Like, she treated them more like family than their
Okay, so
families
I
ever
should
seemed
just,
to.
Do they know who you truly are?
Oh, what?
Did you change your name with it?
How did
I
she know
detected
that?
your surgical scars when we first met.
Oh, okay.
And yet, here we are.
We have an opportunity
You did attack her
You and I.
first, so...
to shape the future.
Why did you keep going back there? What's wrong?
Essentially, that was date night.
Yeah, that's not good enough.
So, excuse me, what are you doing? Why did he get all creepy all of a sudden? What the fuck was that? That wooden door can't be that thick. I feel like those guards probably would have heard what she said. It truly shows how not religious I am when just hearing them all chant their prayer makes me upset. Like, shut up.
Father, they fixed
You will hinder my performance.
Man, what the fuck? So they brought him back, but he's not even really father anymore? Fuck this shit. Once again, Tempest is kind of my favorite. Just like, don't touch me, thank you.
You heard the soldier. We shouldn't go near him until he's been baptized.
They were coming.
You can believe in God. You can be religious. But when you force every single person around you to live by those exact same beliefs and all those same principles, like, that's when it becomes fucked up. And that's exactly what these people do, and I really hate it. So is Father not fully compromised? There's still a little bit of him in there fighting.
So we asked him to show us. Perhaps the boy foretold to unlock the mysteries. He's not an orphan after all.
Oh my god.
Hey! Get back inside!
Look,
Make me,
just
bitch.
tell them what they want to hear.
Bitch, what the fuck is going on? Oh shit, okay, I didn't see that at first. That actually kind of scared me. Can you be less creepy about it? Do you have to be so disturbing? Did you just say kill yourself? What is happening? How are they seeing her? So yeah, what's up with the finger twitching? I feel like it's because there's, you know, still his original programming trying to fight back, but...
You won't be able to hide it forever.
Yeah, no shit. Everyone but Tempest and Campion are pissing me off right now.
Yeah, I guess it's been so long, I just forgot.
She certainly didn't.
Can I get that call?
Dude, I'm telling you, I think those creatures were human at some point. They look way too human.
Hey.
Is that what your parents taught you?
I was gonna say, I highly doubt any attempt to reprogram Mother's gonna work.
Something.
Did they abandon you or did they die in the war?
It doesn't matter.
Well, I'm curious. Why don't we share with each other?
A mother What do you have to give a child?
She makes a good point.
You're lost.
Paul is better off without you. And you know it.
I mean, I do agree with that. I like Mary Sue, but yeah, Marcus, Caleb, whatever. He's not it. Who is talking to him?
Don't try anything stupid.
Come on, Kevin. They're gonna let you out.
Trying
But you
something
have to
stupid
let
is
them
my
baptize
middle
you.
name.
I don't want to be. You have to accept Saul.
Well, he has to pretend to accept Soul. I'd be petty as fuck. I'd be knocking over everything.
Kneel down, John.
Be like, oh, look at these rocks all stacked up nice and whatever. Just bap.
Are you ready to accept Saul into your heart?
Totally. Like that's so shitty though. They're like, you have no choice in this, but are you ready for it? Like,
Cleanse this
fuck
child's
you.
spirit.
I mean, they're literally the Crusaders at this point, just doing the
Praise
same
Saul.
shit. Like, you can accept our punishment, or you can accept our God.
Repeat after
Those
me.
are your only options.
You used their headstones.
Ooh.
Is that what they were? The android found them to mark the graves of atheists they soulless.
Fuck
Undeserving
you.
of Saul's
Yep.
grace.
Now he's not gonna do it. Dude. The betrayal, the shittiness of this all really, really sucks. I love that Mary Sue, though, in that moment was like, cool. He a cool kid. This is all going so poorly. You need to be kept away from all weapons right now. Oh, what the hell? Ooh.
There. Do you like that?
You have a son, a beautiful boy, and you have a future. It's not luck that got you here.
Doesn't mean that
It was
you're
me.
not losing it. Like, just to add the salt to the wound, they had to have Father be the one to do that to her. Oh, what the fuck, dude? Nope. Nope, that is creepy as hell. Is it another necromancer that's, like, mimicking Tali's face? I guess that would sort of explain why it's only Tali. Like, the necromancer could have found her body at the bottom of the hole and is just replicating it. I don't fucking know, dude.
The service model to assist me.
This man is not Marcus Drusus.
It's exactly what I would do, too.
A non-believer.
You hear that? She's trying to save herself.
You're not picking it up.
Yes.
He barely remembered what
She's
he
a
did to
tricky
your
one.
dad. Like, come on. Tempest, do you want to save Campion? That would be lovely. Honestly, I bet that was a fun day of filming for her, because she just literally got to lay there and get pulled around. Well, that's really sad. What she thinks are her last moments, she's trying desperately to save Father and Campion. Are we ever going to find out what's at the bottom of these holes? Because it's also been gnawing at me. I kind of want to know.
Father?
Just not gonna let her go. He's still there. He's still in there. Okay. I don't know how to take this. Is this reminding anyone else of like the finale of what's it called? Annihilation? Just like the mirrored movements and everything. Is this gonna be one of those moments where he's just like fighting thin air? Ooh. Yeah, looks like he was just fighting
Thank you,
himself.
Father.
No way. How on earth did that mouse find its way back to him? Oh my lord.
Paul, go to the barracks, get me water.
Prophecy about the orphan boy is not the atheist kid.
Oh, he thinks it's him. Just leave him. Just take Paul and leave. Damn. Alright. That was a pretty good episode. A frustrating one, but not in a way that makes me dislike it. This episode is a little difficult for me to like break down just because there's a lot of different plot threads all kind of following along with each other, but at the same time, almost nothing was really answered in this episode, and more things were set up, so in a way it feels like there wasn't a lot of plot progression, but at the same time there was, like, characters are certainly changing allegiances and becoming more defined in their roles of the overall story. So I would say this episode wasn't a huge plot-driven one, it was a very character-driven one, which, from the experience I've had watching other shows, it's episodes like this that a lot of people seem to really dislike, and these are the kinds of episodes that I actually really, really love. Like, if I had to choose between plot and character, I would normally prefer plot, just because I like to see the story, you know, speed along. But without good character progression or change, the story usually ends up suffering from that as well, so I think this episode wasn't necessarily like sorely needed or anything, but it's not unwelcome by any means. Campion's storyline is one of the more confusing ones for me just because of the stuff with Tolly, because they're really making you want to know what the hell is going on with that whole situation. And I'm racking my brains trying to figure out exactly what could be happening. The only thing I can think of that can rationalize it is that it's another necromancer mimicking the face of Tolly and her voice and everything. Because I truly don't believe that the show is going to go down any kind of mythical or true religious route. I think that's a way to tell certain themes and plots, and it's a major part of some of the characters, but I don't think the show is ever going to outright have that be real. I mean, I might eat those words, I don't know. But I feel like almost every mystery in this is going to have some kind of logical answer. Or at least I hope so, because if Saul is real, man, fuck his people. I really don't like them. Again, they're truly taking on the roles of the Crusaders, which I'm sure is incredibly intentional on the showrunner's part. I don't know what her name is, but when she said to Campion, like, you can either accept this, or we can put you back in your cell. I mean, I know she didn't say cell, but same difference. It's so fucked up. It's literally, it's our way or no way. Like, I would not put it past them to literally kill Campion, even though he's a child, simply because he won't accept religion. Like, maybe they'll wait until he gets older and just continue to keep him locked up, and if he still doesn't accept it by the time he's an adult, they'll end up killing him. Like, I fucking hate these people so much. Again, there is nothing wrong with religion. Believing in a higher power, nothing wrong with that. But when you turn it into a cult, when you turn it into this thing where everyone has to be on board with what you're saying, or you'll kill them, or they're worthless to you, that is such bullshit, and I absolutely despise it. So yeah, I hope the whole God Saul and all that stuff isn't ever actually made a real thing on the show, but if it is, it is. And I'll just have to wait and see what the fuck, because I don't know what Tolly being around is. Like, I don't understand it. Like, things moving on their own, the paintings making themselves, I don't fucking know. Mother and Marcus's, or Caleb's, storyline I think was very interesting. I love the scenes of them together, with Mother not even necessarily playing mind games with him, but literally just spitting facts. She's like, I know who you are, I know you also used to be an atheist, and that would be very uncool to your new friends if they ever found that out. And her telling him straight up, like, Paul would be better with me, because I actually do want to nurture and take care of him, and you clearly do not want that. You don't know how to do that. Which I find interesting, because her reasons for that were that he himself has been an orphan who has only known pain and war his whole entire life. And it seems like that's the truth with Mary Sue as well, but she seems to have overcome that, and truly and honestly has taken on the role of a mother and really, really cares about Paul. Same cannot be said for Marcus Caleb, because not only did he intentionally send him into the lion's den in the last episode, because, like, again, I don't think Mother would ever hurt Paul, but they had no way of knowing that, and definitely didn't believe that to be true, and still don't. So doing that to your child, it was honestly really despicable. And then in this episode, he even loses his temper and like hits his kid, which again, just it proves that Mother is right about everything she's saying. The only thing I think she lied about in this episode was when she said, you know, just let me take the kids and we'll leave. Because I do believe she would kill every single one of them, to be totally honest, and I would not be opposed to it. It's taken until this episode for me to officially draw a line in the sand and pick a side, and my side is the androids and the atheists. It's the people of Saul, not feeling them. Not even in the slightest. Like, I don't think there's a single character among them who I like. To be fair, it seems like people on both sides, maybe minus Campion, think in a very black and white manner where, you know, it's either this way or that way. And I don't necessarily believe that to be true, but if I had to pick a side, it would definitely be with the atheists and not this bullshit cult religion. I can't get behind it. I cannot. And I really enjoyed the climactic scene of the episode where Father actually does save Mother. Seems like he's just barely able to, because it seems to me he has been reprogrammed and he can't really fight his programming very much, but he's still in there and he's still trying to, you know, complete the mission and keep Mother and the kids safe. I don't know how that's going to be fixed, but I imagine he will either sacrifice himself with that last little bit of willpower that he has, or he will be repaired by Mother or maybe another character. Mother's the only one I can think of that could actually do it. The bottom line is Mother is out. She's free and she's coming back to save the day somehow, some way. But she doesn't have her eyes, so that's going to definitely make things more difficult. Mary Sue is great, and no, I do not consider her one of the Mithras people at all, because she clearly is like, we gotta go, dude. Like, we got our kid back. That's all we wanted to do. Let's take the ship and get the fuck out of here. But of course, not only is Marcus like losing his mind, but now he's got this really weird, I don't know what you would call it. It's not really a superiority complex. I guess just delusions of grandeur, because he believes he's the orphan of myth who the prophecy has foreseen as like the hero of their people. So she's kind of stuck in a rock and a hard place. She's either got to kidnap Paul and leave him there, which I don't think she's gonna do, or she's got to continue to play along with this crazy bullshit, which seems like the only real option right now. And then there's Tempest, probably my favorite character on the show if I had to pick one. She has her own very viable reasons for disliking her religion at the moment, and I just really like how she sees through almost everybody's bullshit on both sides. And right now she seems to clearly recognize that her people are just fucked up. Like, they don't have it figured out. She took that pendant off about as quickly as she could. She got Campion some food because she's not a horrible piece of shit like the rest of them are. And she even tried to follow Mother, Father, and Marcus Caleb to, I'm assuming, to try and stop them from killing her, or, you know, help out somehow. Obviously she wasn't successful, but that's not really her fault. She's still a kid, and there was a very clear and present danger nearby that made her stop, so she's the realist. I really like her. Regardless, there's still so many questions I have. Where are the voices coming from? Who is Tolly really? Because I refuse to believe it's actually Tolly. There's just zero chance. Cinematography in this episode was, it was good, but I don't remember there being anything that really stood out to me. This is probably the first episode where there wasn't that like one shot where I was like, oh wow, that's great. Music was very good. There wasn't a whole lot of it in this episode, but the times it was there, it was usually during some really strange, weird shit that's happening, or a very tense scene. I feel like a broken record on this one, but as for acting, Amanda Collins, she's so good. Like, she is the shining star of this show for me. Like, everyone's doing a great job, don't get me wrong, but the looks that she would give Marcus during their conversations, whether they be this kind of weird, blissful happiness, and then how that would shift to like utter disdain and superiority, like, it was so good. I really, really like her on this show. Editing and pacing, it was definitely a slow episode, but That's kind of to be expected with a character-driven episode like this one. Editing specifically, I think there were some really cool moments during the face-off between, Marcus and Caleb. But again, other than that, nothing really outstanding. But I actually kind of like the pace of this episode, just because the last one was much more fast-paced. There was a lot of stuff that happened. This one, you did kind of need to breathe just a little bit. Overall, I'm going to give this episode a 9 out of 10, actually. I think it was very good, especially considering the amount of plot progression in this episode could have easily made this one of those episodes that I just didn't care for at all. But like I said, they filled it in with a lot of really good character development, a lot of things that did make it all very worthwhile. I cannot wait for the next episode. I still have so many questions I need answered, and I feel like we're getting pretty close to the end now, so these next few episodes, there's gotta be some big major turn of events that start happening. Not sure. We'll see. But let's find out together. So I will see you in the next episode. That's about it.